Hello, everyone. It's I'm everything to where we don't have the audios. And the reason I know about the audio issues, I asked my buddy Josh Holland, the he has his own podcast series. I asked him to go listen to the track I had and to give me some feedback and what I might do. So, yeah, I'm hoping I might be able to work on that. So, if for some reason I decide to do this live and work on it, not doing it live, but probably because I'm doing it live because it's Bedlam weekend and I'm not thinking straight because it's Bedlam weekend. Okay, you have to understand something if you're not in Oklahoma. When it's Bedlam weekend, everything just goes out the door. It's OSU, Oklahoma State University, versus University of Oklahoma. And I don't think it's the same way up in either up in Ohio or Oregon. Um, from what I've gathered, some people I know up there, it's not exactly the same and everything. But here, it's real. I've known about it since the time, for as long as I could remember and everything. My cousin Cody and I, we're Bedlam cousins and everything. It's pretty much do or die type thing and stuff. And send him a text today about that and everything. But um, if I'm rambling about nothing or just repeat myself nonstop, it's because I don't have a script. I just wanted to come on and just discuss some stuff since it's Bedlam and their things are about to get up and get started. They're not already getting started here in Stillwater, doing a lot of stuff and everything and stuff, just from knowing my friends in the athletic team and stuff. And the main I wanted to do it so early and want to get on and do my script and stuff was for the athletic community, my friends there. Uh, so, hint you, if you better listen up to this too. Better play good. No, those I consider family on Oklahoma State know to play well and not to intentionally butt heads where they're going to intentionally cause concussions and everything. And it's because you need to keep that in mind when concussion not a funny thing. And I can say that because not only have a severe traumatic brain injury, but I have a concussion as well. And I got it from a car accident. And I know I had it like, I think a couple of weeks later. And I went to a doctor's appointment. And they're like, oh yeah, you got a concussion. I was like, what? How can this be? And they're like, yeah. I was like, I looked at the doctor. I'm like, you never told him. I never connected the go. There's, even though more stuff is being done in terms of awareness on concussions and everything, more needs to be done to help those with concussions in terms of returning to school, um, to helping such as athletes. I don't know students in school, like students with that are not athletes. I have not changed and everything, um, but I know there needs to be just as more needs to be done to help students without that don't play sports. More needs to be done to help because it's a mess. Because on one hand, because on this from a personal hand experience, just like the fact, okay, on one hand, the ability to dance and everything, but I did not regain to do, and even if I do, what I will never be able to do, even if I did want to do, it leaves me to the point I want to cry because it sucks. I will never be able to play sports again. Okay, I was not really that ball, but in terms of softball, pretty damn good. Okay, Pioneer, for saying the D word. I know I don't generally say the D word, but this is the one time. I was really throwing the ball and throwing it hard. And up until some years ago, until I stopped conditioning my and strengthening my muscles and my arms and stuff, and I was playing softball with my niece, I did something to my right shoulder and forgot what I did to my right bicep. But now I have a pinched nerve. So I can't throw with my right arm like I used to. So I have to relearn how left arm, but I can still catch with my right arm like I used to. So here goes the whole relearning curve. Yeehaw. Woohoo. But I gotta relearn how to bowl. The whole do that I get a hoot out of. Because when I go bowl, I can kind of somewhat bowl. I remember how to bowl, but I just get a crack out of it. I'll just go up there and bowl like a little kid and just throw it between my legs. Just thing. But if one was sport I would really, really, really love to learn, and this is gonna kill me to say this, and I kill me to say this because everyone that grew up with me in sports knows how much I made fun of this sport, not only growing up, but after the accident. So, I must take a deep breath. Deep breathing exercises. Breathe. But Miss Allie here really went golf because it's the only thing I ever, probably gonna be the ever true sport if you really want to call it that. I'm never able to do it again. And it sucks. Although there is swimming. That I can still do. And I can actually kind of attempt a butterfly. That's a crazy. I don't even remember if they made us do a butterfly and lifeguard training. That was something training in college, and I don't even remember if they made us do the butterfly. Let's see. But I want to. I went and bought a new softball glove for the left hand so I can relearn how to play softball, even catching, playing it for fun. And armless. Oh gosh, it sucks that I can't play competitively anymore. That is the one thing that's. But I can no longer play competitively. We have a substitute for the PE teachers. The not recently, but prior to the I don't even remember what grade last it was prior to the pandemic that I subbed. I know Oh, I know the seniors in the last two graduating classes, they would find to help me be able to play basketball with them or capture the flag or um, they played soccer. Um, sometimes sometimes when we were in the gym, either I was playing with them, they wanted me to play with them, or they wanted me to be the referee. And the same thing out at when they were playing soccer. I didn't go out in soccer, but kind of what I needed to watch for and stuff, and they'd have someone come help me. But they would actually let me go and play soccer with them. Um, they, but that's the one thing I really love to credit this year's seniors and the last two graduating classes is they really help me feel. They didn't really have to help me feel enabled and find a way to be able to do stuff again, but they wanted to and everything. So, so yeah, they can be knuckleheads in class, but they're good. They're good all. Still knuckleheads in class. And they know those when Ms. Allie here says knuckleheads in class. Sometimes it's an inside joke just because of little pranks, little goofy pranks. It was just like, it's like just little goofy childish pranks that got pulled, and sometimes I'd end up telling some of the teachers some of the stuff that got pulled, and I happened so hard because by the end of I'd end up having to tell the teachers because of the fact by the end of class or the end of the school day, I was crying laughing so hard. That is how much fun I was having from teaching the class for the whichever teacher I was substituting. And some of you students think I don't have a favorite class to sub. I don't have a favorite grade to sub. I enjoy them all. So, and I'm repeating that again because we're getting asked that repeatedly. I think you guys are going to keep getting asked the question. I think they're trying to make me choose a grade and choose a class. And the only two is like 7 classes that I'm still able to remember stuff like the class that's now facts and history, English, science that I could actually remember. Math is a hoot. Just because that's hilarious to remember, to try to remember. You do 1, algebra 2, geometry, how to do this, and this. I usually end up pulling when the student asks me a question and I kind of have a feeling I know how to do the equation. I might end up pulling a student that knows how to do it, and I'll pull them up to the teacher's desk and I go to double check and make sure I'm telling the student the right answer. I'm like, you come up here, Miss Ellie, need your help. I need to make sure I'm telling this student the right answer. I need you to come help me. So I'll double check with the student. If they confirm I'm doing it the right way, what I'll usually do after the right answer, either I find a piece of paper or I get a student to give me a piece of paper, I write that equation down, and then I end up writing it down too and stuff for later on the classes and just kind of take notes for that class or whichever class and have fun. Um, um, Especially when I go see orchestra. See, I have fun. Here's the way I have fun in the art classes. See, in orchestra, because I wasn't in orchestra, I was in band. I was in high school band. And for pandemic, I was learning the difference between the two, and I've kind of forgotten the difference. So the students are helping me learn the difference between orchestra, band, uh, and the notes, instruments, and stuff like that, which is really cool. But for the most part, I know um, like the counts and how to do stuff and everything. I'm just helped me learn like it's as far as like how long how long it takes the instrument part. Like it takes longer to take a clipper versus um, it versus it takes real quickly to take a violin apart. Um, if you hear barking, and then um, when I substitute for choir, if the choir is singing, chances are, since they know I sing, and if they have, um, sometimes they separate in groups, practice the note. They're like, Miss Allie, practice with altos. And I'm like, okay, I'll practice with altos. And really, I don't practice with altos. Altos sing higher than me. I'm low, 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 low. This contralto is low. I should be singing with basses. Um, but what I can do for with them when I sit with them is I listen for the harmonies, the pitches, and everything. And if they're in tune, and kind of just help them and figuring out with the notes and stuff, and like if something needs to be higher or lower, and 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 then together when they sing together, it's and yeah, I'll sing, and I've done show low I go. I'm like, this is how low I go. I'm like, because there was one part that they had to sing and singing like higher, way higher than I could sing. Like, you guys, it'd be. I was like, let me give you an example. And it was low, and they just started cracking up laughing. And so, but, and then in the class, it is it's hilarious. Like I said, the drama club, because I was, even though we did class in Wellston, we have a drama club, but we don't have a drama class. Um, the the drama class, um, or theater class, um, that I tend to sub, so when I need it. I'll go in, I'll help students, and um, I'll, Ms. Allie, why are you behaving like that? Or why are you making that face? Why are you doing that voice? I'm like, that's if, say, if you're doing, if you were in this role, the whatever play they're practicing, um, for whatever they were doing a scenario or something. I'm showing them how to do, giving them an example of how they could do it and everything. And then if I end up having enough flashbacks and everything, I might end up calling them. Um, One of the people I graduated was in the drama club with me, and it's hilarious. Miss Allie, who's that person? And then they'll end up scratching their heads before the end of class. It's hilarious. And every year that's happened, always been funny. And so, but the funniest when I'd end up telling somebody they acted like somebody out of my class and everything. The funniest moment that week was tuning ag, and I think it was this year's seniors or last year's. They were like, "Hold it, hold it! Who does he act like? Who does she act like?" And expecting me to start like telling who everyone in the class acted like out of my class, and I think I'm close to everyone in the back row. And it was funny. See, I know I don't know if it was this year's last year's graduating class, or the year before. I had there was, I know it was some point, I would be in the time period about to point out from left, so I had to text the classmate because there was a Kyle doppelganger, there was a Dwayne doppelganger, there was a Tanda doppelganger, I think there was two doppelgangers from our class that were in ag. It was hilarious. I was just rolling. But the overall living in this town has been therapeutic and everything for my post-traumatic stress disorder, from substituting the students and leading back to the Oklahoma State University athletic community, them being and helping me with my recovery, and always checking whenever they see me, and they supported me, Miranda, and the women's basketball team and the wrestling team. When you have to understand something, I don't have family up here that like live up here. Well, technically I do, but they're like distant cousins from Grandma Danker's side on the Mullendore side, but like not first cousins, and everything. But the women's basketball team and the wrestling always be checking up back way ball games, wrestling matches. They would be checking up on me and checking to see how Miranda was doing and stuff. And they signed posters for her for dinner at Christmas and everything. And that's something Miranda on her wall. And so, and Miranda got to go to, prior to the pandemic, she got to go to women's basketball game a couple of times. I think Sadie got to come once and everything. I know she's a big fan of Liz Donahue. It's now, but still a big fan of Liz and everything. And I took, I remember taking her inside Gallagher Iba Arena and introducing her to some of the cowgirls and her here with two of the cowgirls and stuff. She may have gotten to take a picture with more of the cowgirls, I don't remember. But she had fun with that, and so pretty much got her intent on OSU now, and same with Sadie. So, but they supported me with Miranda when she had her. They still check up how the family's doing and everything. So everyone's just, and I have fun. Everyone just kind of around checks up on each other, and I started going to, how I started going to the ball games was when I started working games. The players kept insisting they would much rather me not work the games, and they would much rather me sit in the stands with them and watch them play and everything. So oh gosh. I've been so long, I don't know how many years I've been doing that now. It's been a lot since I've had a season ticket and everything. So I was more or less adopted. I was more or less adopted into the family, you could say. And I feel very, and so that from them taking me in the players that I was going to make sure that they took care of, and that um, some concussions weren't as bad. But I lived with, I didn't want to see anything bad ever happen to them had they sustained a brain injury and returned to school. I was going to or something was taken to help them. So that's the legislation I wrote and everything that I've been working with Trish Ranson on. The House Bill 1979. And even though it passed House, Senate, Governor vetoed it, and it still has a life. It's not dead. It's dead legislatively speaking. It still has a life in terms of it's going to have a life legislatively speaking. It's going to have a life non-profit speaking and everything. Legislatively speaking, traumatic brain injury, that's Representative Ranson. Representative Ranson and Senator Engel. They will do it, and it needs to be done. Trish can let me know, and I can help her with drafting whatever bills she needs and stuff. Not only drafting whatever bills she needs, if she wants me to draft bills, I can contact whatever out-of-state agency, nonprofits, contacts that I need to contact in Oklahoma, or that can give us more information that I've had for the last 20 years. Around that realm. So, that is what I've been up to and everything. But I really hope you Pokes win. And that is my long track record as to why I am such a die-hard Go Pokes fan. And I will always be die-hard Go Pokes fan. So anybody try to change my mind and heart, get over yourself, because it ain't happening. So, to Coach Gundy and the football team, I may not be in the stands tonight, but no. Spiritually, I will be filled with you, cheering you on. I will be out there with the Spirit Squad and the the cheerleaders, cheering you guys on, just like I do at basketball games and the wrestling matches and everything. Except I'll be doing it from home. I'll be there spiritually and everything. I'll be there invisibly cheering on and stuff. And pounds and it hurts you, I'll be giving a mental talking to someone else. Now I might be doing it on Twitter. I might be doing some talking on Twitter. Twitter needs to watch out. That is all from Ms. Allie's Table Talks. I hope you all have a good rest of the day. Go